Alrighty then. Hello. Also, if you ever wondered why the court button keeps popping up whenever I start a recording, it's because that's the same button that's bound to my record button, and I don't feel like changing that button, so that's just gonna be what it is. It's very minor. So, King Conan is about to reach his end within the next year. He has an heir who just came of age a couple of years ago. His titles are going to be split between his children. Now, because we formed the Kingdom of Brittany, Conan's second son, well, I guess it's technically third, will get the Duchy of Norway. That's the second time I've done that. Normandy. But he will still be a vassal under me. Now, I can only hope that the familial bonds will be helpful. I don't know. We shall see. Time will tell. King Conan will be dead within a year. 62. That's a respectable age. Certainly I cannot complain. I wish we could lock the outlier, because I want to leave it open. I mean, to be fair, it would stay open if I just would not go back to the main menu, but I have to go back to the main menu and see what the front screen looks like. After all, it's going to be my thumbnails, but also it's interesting to see how that would work. So France has declared war on me for the country of Maine. The country of Maine. The county of Maine. And of course, I have a couple of allies to call into the war. And I have my own troops to raise. And we will move them back so that our allies can jump in. Of course. Awesome. Well, I always feared that France was going to invade. At least we have organized a defensive pact that may be able to stop them. But I do have to hold off and wait for their backup. Hopefully they don't just march straight to me, because if they do, I'm going to have to jump into the hoods. In fact, I'm just going to jump straight into the hills right now, just in case. Ah, yes, we have Connacht coming down to give me trouble. I hope the Danelaw doesn't get distracted by Connacht, because the main war is right here. Conan comes of age. He has become a skilled tactician. And he's gained the skill Reckless. So his minimum battle roll is lower, but his maximum battle roll is higher. Okay. And he's Hale. Alright, he's not exactly an amazing fighter. Let's get him married off here real quick. Preferably to a martial character. We'll go ahead and see if we can get another alliance here. The Banate of Slavonia is not likely to help me in this war. Duke Norbert of Carinthia is way down there. Duchy of Lombardy. It's also pretty far down there. And she is also spindly. If I want to get an alliance with somebody for a marriage or for combat, I want somebody who's actually not going to give negative traits. Okay, so this doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Okay, fair enough. We'll go ahead and search for congenital traits. Under Marshall. Pretty intelligent. 34? It's a bit old. She's robust. Genius. Oh, she's 41 though. Ah. It's unlikely that they would have children. Well, she's robust. We'll do that then. Robust and hale. Why not? There's probably plenty of reasons not. Why not? I want to get back to the excitement. Okay, and they accepted the marriage proposal. Good. Waiting for the Danelaw to come south. And waiting for Castile to come north. And I'm waiting for my ruler to die within the next year. And hopefully not invalidate most of those alliances. Where are you going? Don't get distracted by the Danelaw's war. Come down here and get distracted by my war. I mean, they were always going to win that siege, since I'm just sort of waiting here at the moment. There's some elite troops over here. And we're still waiting for the Are you in another war? Of course you're in another war. They're always in another war. Well, I suppose worst case scenario, if I lose this war, I'll only lose Maine. It's just really painful if I do. Because theoretically, my allies should have this. I have 12,000 men on my side, and there's only 5,200 on theirs. But the 12,000 men on my side are currently partying around in England, which is not very helpful for me. I don't really want to move this close to the front because I don't want to lose my whole army. I have died. King Conan of Brittany rests in the arms of the Lord at 63 years of old age. He died of old age, a conniving man who will long be remembered for his pettiness and spite. King Matthias ascends to the throne, a gentle and compassionate soul. The vassals will surely thrive under Matthias's reign. King Conan, 1066 to 1096. R.I.P. in peace. Okay, continue as King Matthias. King Matthias is fairly stressed out. And of course, why wouldn't he be? He's kind of stuck in a war with France, who we have been fearing for many years. So, because he has a diplomatic education, he's going to be focusing on diplomacy. And foreign affairs? Majesty, foreign affairs. How does my relationship with my family look? Most of them are positive. Some of them are a little negative. Of course, my brother is over here in the Duchy of Norway. No. Normandy! He's a powerful vassal. He will want a seat on the council. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Set him to improve our commanders. Well, no, we'll set him to improve our levies. And of course, my army has gone from... Oh, crap, we're not paused. Our army has gone from 3,000 men to 1,000 men because provinces held by vassals do not translate well to provinces not held by vassals. At least until we get to the higher crown authorities. I am concerned that Prince Conan will eventually get overthrown. That is a very real concern that I have. But we shall see. I'm currently losing a fair amount of gold, which is not good. We'll go ahead and do a foreign affairs focus, and then we'll work down the family line here. Yeah. What does Patriarch do? Fertility, stress, close family, like us more, house opinion. Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be important in this game because of how much families are going to start inheriting huge swaths of land. Please don't catch me. Ah, they caught me. Just back off. Nope. Nope, I'm gonna lose it all. Come on, Danelaw. Please? My wife is pregnant, that's good. Could you please end your war and come help me? This is what happens when you rely on the AI. And this is why I was so afraid to declare war on Normandy in the first place, for fear that my ally would not come help. They would get distracted by their own stuff. But it didn't happen that time. It's happening this time. Of course, I can't fight their army at all now. I have to wait for the Danelaw to come down. Of course I'm first in line to inherit Normandy. Could I revoke Normandy? Could it revoke? Why would it be tyrannical? Don't I have a claim? Oh, I probably don't have a claim, do I? Okay. Of course, more sieges are being lost. Come on, Danelaw. Your war is over. Come help me, please. Don't leave me hanging. I trusted you. Where even is their army? Way, way far away. I think they're heading our way now. I just don't know whether it's going to matter. Now I have a faction formed against me. I no longer have a faction formed against me. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. My son and heir. Clotilda has given birth to a son. With a club foot. Fair enough. We'll name him Conan. Alright, finally, the Danelaw has shown up. Let's go ahead and join up with their army. Not getting late as he should. We will take good care of him, but in the end, his life is in God's hands. Gains the trait Sickly. Okay. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. Alrighty then, here we are. Finally, the Danelaw has chosen to appear. And it's not gonna matter. Great. Great. My Archbishop, the first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my Archbishop Ribald has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. He's calm, stubborn, and gregarious. Mocking and sensitive soul will shut him up. You gain stress because you're compassionate. All problems will be blamed on him. You gain stress because you're compassionate. Basically, all of these are the same. Yes, all of them are the same. So he's stubborn. Good question. Self-conscious and cares about what others think. He's stubborn. He doesn't care. Conscientious, or at least wants people to think well of him. He's gregarious. We'll try that one. Yes, yes, I get it. The war's over. You can have the province of County of Maine. Of course. That's fine. The issue Ribald brought up used to make me look bad, but now the tables have turned. Every time you have raised a subject of concern, I have skillfully shifted the blame back on him, or made him seem petty for even bringing it up, and now he remains quiet and eyes cast low. Cruel, but perhaps it had to be done. I did not want to concede that war, but I wasn't winning it. Mostly because it took the Danelaw forever to show up, and then they just derped into battle and died. So my brother has a rebellion, a Liberty War. I believe a Liberty War is to lower Crown authority. I might be mistaken, but he's going to lose that war. So hopefully it's a Liberty War and not an Independence War. 8 issues. Can ask the Pope for gold. Give me gold. Thank you. Venice still has low control. I should probably start working on that. Take a break from trying to develop it. Well, it is what it is. Just have to roll with the punches. And indirectly, it made Count Richard weaker. So that's good. He's now down to 1 province. I could start fabricating claims on... Oh, they're being attacked by France, aren't they? No, they're not. Who are they being attacked by? Nobody. I was a little bit worried it was dark there that somebody was trying to attack them. But no, they're still fine. My brother was taken prisoner, so he has lost that war. And I'm missing a marshal. Well, he would be my marshal. Oops. My Archbishop Ribald has received significant donations of gold from the estates of a wealthy but childless landholder, now deceased. He claims the departed living lived with a very frugal and pious life, and wished for the gold to go where it could do good. Ribald insists that I receive part of the donation, as I am a paragon of Catholicism in Brittany. He is surely corrupted by Satan. So I can yell at him and kill him, which would give me a critical stress level, 20 dread, and piety. I can take the gold. I can demand that he pays me all of it, but it's compassionate. Or I can gain piety. I need the gold. Alright, Prince Conan is still the Duke, I believe, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and put him back on the council, where he belongs, organizing levies. These unraised men-at-arms are expensive now that I don't have my full domain. But things definitely are interesting now that I've had my entire realm divided. I should have built a duchy building. My Prince Raoul created the faction that installed Duke Conan of Normandy onto the Breton throne. Why? Second in line for Normandy. Second in line for Alcyon. Spouse grow fonder. To nurture relationships between the next generation of rulers, the duty we should not neglect. Some of your more influential vassals have children that I'm certain Conan will benefit from knowing. William de Normandy? You're the brother of Count William. That's useless for me. Or Darok of Cornelia. Still butchering all the names. And he's the son of Alan. So yeah, we'll do that one. There we go. So we still need to keep an eye on these gentlemen here. We need to see if we can get their children to be educated under me. Or at least underneath a Briton. Still won't do that, huh? What if I gave you a gift? 25 opinion. Yeah, I consider that worth it. We'll do you. Culture convert. Do it. That's good. Didn't really want to pay 100 gold, but My spouse master has come with me with grave news. Someone is planning on killing Count Richard. I mean, I don't really care. They can kill him if they want. He's just kind of stuck in my prison right now, so... What I could do, even though I would probably end up failing, I could attempt to... Hold on. Let me finish my thought event. I'll be back for you. I could attempt to declare a counter war. I lost all of my allies. Why did I lose all of my allies? I should still have... Well, I could try to marry my sister off. No valid characters. Okay, well, whatever. That's not good for me in the long run, but we'll see what happens. Far from home, a stranger is brought before me. He has been waiting outside the castle gates for a week, my liege, my guard informs me. The man bows deeply. My name is Joseph. Your Highness, I have traveled far and wide and seen many things, but my family and I are weary of the road. If you allow us to stay, I will happily share my knowledge of the world with you and be your loyal servant. He's not very good. So I can have him join me if he converts to Catholicism. Have him join me. I gain stress because I'm zealous. And he joins me. Or we have no room for the likes of you. There's only one way to go, right? It's that one. Yes. New lifestyle perk. Heart of the family, befriend, firm hand, sway scheme power, opinion gained from gift. We'll continue down the family hierarchy. There's no real reason not to. Hospitality. The more I study the noble art of statecraft, the more I realize how beneficial good relations with my neighbors are. Not to have one of them visit my court so that I can show them how good of a friend I can be, but who should I invite? King Philip of France seems like the most obvious choice because, you know, I don't want him to kill me. Let's invite King Philip of France. Maybe he will be willing to join me. Alright, he will arrive shortly. Maybe we'll get a chance to assassinate him. Vengeance. I like a little bit of vengeance. The implacable King Philip is finally here. Tonight we'll have a feast to welcome a foreign guest. My wife Clotilde is hard at work preparing with all the planning and preparations. She has asked me if I have any suggestions for the final touch. So he is lustful, ambitious, and patient. I know about a few specialties from France. Basically a 50-50 chance. Should be something extravagant, more of everything. Well, he is ambitious. Why not risk anything by last-minute changes? Let's make it extravagant. The court visit progressed as well. Awesome. Exercise or relaxation. If the skies is to be trusted, it seems like we'll have a lovely weather today. I have an excellent opportunity to show my guests around the countryside. I wonder if he would at least like a vigorous hunting trip. Perhaps a leisurely luncheon in the sun. I think he would prefer a hunting trip over a leisurely luncheon. Again, he is patient, or he is ambitious and aggressive. So I think he would like the hunting trip. I don't know how much any of this actually matters based on their personalities. I'm just guessing that it does, in fact, influence something. Why did I know this was coming? Your wife is a fine woman, King Philip says, while ponderously swirling his cup of spiced wines. His eyes are set on Clotilde, who's seated further down the table. My dear King Matthias, do I have your permission to arrange a private audience with Lady Clotilde? Nothing untoward, of course, just a simple dinner in my chambers. Of course, that would be no problem. Allow it, but secretly listen in. Or I do not think that would be appropriate. I mean... I guess we both have very poor intrigue. We do. Sure, why not? Unfound suspicion. I stayed in the hidden passage for the entirety of their meeting. My worries seem to have been entirely unfounded. No offers, no scheming, and no seduction. What a relief. Good. A lasting bond. After what can be described as a thoroughly pleasant visit, King Philip and his retinue is about to depart for France. Before the king steps into his carriage, he bows deeply to me and expresses his gratitude to me and my most sensible wife. I promise to forward his compliments. May your journey be swift and safe. Grow closer to forming a friendship with King Philippe. I wouldn't mind being a friend with King Philippe. In fact, I'll grab that befriend scheme and just immediately begin working on that. Where would that be? Under here? Oh, he's already my friend. Okay. Fair enough. Let's also work on trying to befriend Magnet. Well, yeah, why not? 55%. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? I die? Yes, yes. I have many lines of inheritance. I got you, game. A promise of dedication would send a strong message to my good intentions towards King Magnus. Anyone appreciates a powerful favor. Promise will be official and ceremonious. He gains a weak hook into me. Make sure he remembers the promises every day. Or it's better to avoid such things. Sure. Why not? Hooks have not blown up in my face spectacularly yet. My counselor, Bressel Conan, has died. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll make Count Alan my spy master. Ooh. So, is the de jure duchy negative 25 opinion just a thing that exists forever? That's kind of annoying. It's actually really annoying. Okay, well, we'll reassign with the Chancellor. And then we'll assign Balazs as my spy master because I didn't realize that Count Alan would do that. We'll move him to domestic affairs. Put Conan on training commanders. I don't think anyone's probably scheming against me at this point, and we'll continue working on increasing development in Gwynedd. Okay. So, we could change to partition. Theoretically, it would take a little bit of work, but we could. Something to keep in mind. But will not be this time. As always, let's go out and check our main menu screen to see what interesting people are on our menu. It's obviously going to be the king, my wife, and my young child hiding behind my coat. Cool. But that will be it for this episode. Until next time, happy gaming.